Hi, let's talk about do-overs, redos, fixing things that happened in the past, if onlys. People are always talking about how you can't change the past, to not dwell in the past, not go into the past, to stay in the present, not even thinking about the future. Well, that would be great if it was possible. I don't know a human being who is not mulled over with regret and consideration. If only I had done that instead of that. And I'm not talking about tragic circumstances here that cannot be undone, but about things you said, things you did that feel like they affected your relationship in a way that you can't fix. So let's talk about redos. You actually can get do-overs and redos. Unless it's absolutely impossible, again, that somebody is no longer anywhere near where you can reach them. They are unreachable. They're not present in this life. However, let's just talk about real life do-overs. So let's just say that a freeze happened with you and a man. There was an argument, a fight. You said things you didn't really want to say. He said things that upset you, that made you not want to be with him anymore or yearn for him even more. Let's just say that if only that had gone differently, and if only I had said this, is just whirring in your brain like an earworm, just going over and over and over again and making you relive that moment over and over again. First of all, like I've been talking about in so many other videos, I want you to fall in love with that voice that keeps playing that record over and over again. It needs to be noticed. It wants to be noticed. It wants to be loved and acknowledged. It wants to be considered. It wants to be a part of helping you to feel better. So how does a redo or a do-over work? You walk up to that person, you write that person, you text that person from a completely different place. And you actually say, I would like a do-over. I would like to redo that argument. Could we erase it and start over? And often he'll say, well, sure, except that he's afraid it's just going to go as bad as it did last time, and you're going to keep asserting what's wrong, and you're going to keep blaming him and all the things he's afraid of. Well, what if you redo it from a completely different place, which is, I feel really bad. I didn't want it to go that way. I feel love for you. You talk about that first, and here's what I really want. So this video is about basically an introduction to what is it you really want? Ask yourself. It's not to get back at him. It's not revenge. It's not to hurt him or hit him. It's not that. It's you want to feel loved, right? That's what I want, to feel loved, to feel touched, to feel satisfied and fulfilled. It's not that I want to get back at somebody for it not going well. That doesn't make sense. You want what you want, which is the good feeling thing, right? So yes, you would like to be relieved of the sadness, and anger will help you with that. Still, that is not the primary thing. That just gets in the way of what it is you want. So if you could dig down through the layers, this redo, and go, wow, instead of just feeling the anger, instead of just feeling the sadness, I can also feel the love I feel and the wanting of the romance and the touching and the relationship. How would I go about that? Well, there's a level of pleading and begging. I want, I want, I want. That's not really what you want, is it? No, because you want him to, of his own desire, to give to you. That is truly what you want. You don't want to ask for stuff and then get it. Nobody does. You want somebody to want to give you something. So the only way for that to happen is through inspiration, inspiring him to want to. So let's start from the yes, you can redo. Yes, you can ask for a do-over. Yes, you can approach it from a totally different place with, this has been going on in my head. I don't want to feel angry. I don't want to argue. I love you. I feel so much love for you. Can we do a do-over? And then you start from, I really want to feel loved. How can you help me with that? And start the conversation from a whole new place. This has been done forever. Great apologies, reparations. This is what 12-step programs are all about. Going back and somehow redoing with people you've hurt. People who've been hurt by the choices you've made. And it doesn't matter whether or not they accept it. Just the doing of is what's important. Well, here the redo is so important to you that it's going round and round and round in your brain. So learn how to rephrase and reconnect with the emotions that you want. Literally write it out, what it is you want to express. Get a coach if you need to help you put those words together and approach him for this do-over. And see if you can get him on board by actually coming at this from a whole new place. So, do-overs. Yes.